Welcome to the Officer Autumn Show podcast, the realest and most upfront podcast designed specifically for female first responders. I'm your host, Autumn Clifford, and I hope you enjoy this podcast. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about came right into the DMs, which I want to remind you, if you have any topic that you want discussed, and you're not inside the Facebook group, or even if you are and you want a podcast episode, just shoot me an email, send me a DM, tag me, whatever. I'm really always open to helping serve you ladies. So we can, I want everybody to grow and I want everybody to feel good together. So, this question it's an excellent question, and it's, how do I be one of the guys, but I don't look like a slut? So do I go out on an outing? Do I not? What is what's the protocol, right? Here's the protocol. Let me help you. So I want to just say this. I don't ever think that it's okay. I don't ever want you to think I'm sitting here telling you that you cannot go in and hang out with the guys, hang out with your shift. I just want to be upfront and honest with you about that. However, here's what I want to tell you. If everybody is getting a beer, getting beers, getting drinks, have one. Catch a slight buzz. Do not get fucking inebriated. If hard, this is where your self-awareness is going to come in. I talk about self-awareness a lot. This is where your own self-awareness is going to come in. If you cannot handle all of the alcohol, if you cannot handle a mixed drink, then have a beer. If you need to do a mock drink, okay, because the truth is you really cannot handle your alcohol, then you just need to be honest about that, okay? What you do not want to do is become a drunken fucking idiot for everybody to see and be around. That's super important, okay? Also, it's what you wear. And as sexist as this is, which I understand, because I can hear, I can even hear myself being like, no, fuck that. If I want to fucking wear what I want to wear, I can wear what I want to wear. And the answer is absolutely, you fucking can. Autumn's not going to tell you can't. But I am going to make some suggestions, okay? If you show up to a gathering and you are in a plaid fucking skirt with a tight top and heels or boots, okay? There are photos of a young woman who did that because I believe she didn't have any fucking mentoring at all whatsoever. And she was trying to fit in and she was trying to be liked. If that's how you're going to show up, you have to understand the repercussions for that. Now, listen, the repercussions are this. They might take photos of you and they might talk about you and they might label you, and guys that you work with might try to get with you. Here's the deal. They might try to do that anyways. Okay. Let's not all fucking kid ourselves. They definitely might try to do that anyways. So I don't want you to think that dressing in a t-shirt and jeans is going to fucking prevent that. No, not at all. But it's about trying to bring a little bit less attention to yourself as far as it's really what it is, truly. I don't know, man. And it sucks. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, and it's not an easy subject. It's not, because there's a lot of women who are like, no, fuck that. I'm going to wear what I want. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally fine. Wear whatever you want, but you have to understand the repercussions of that. And I'm not telling you it's right. Okay. I'm not telling you it's right. I'm telling you, I have been there. I have done all of this. I've done all of the above. I have gone on outings and looked like a fucking dime, and my phone blew up. I was getting hit on. The photos, everybody was talking about it at shift. Oh, Clifford's got tits. Oh, fucking look at the tits on Clifford. Oh, she's fucking Clifford, you look like you want to fuck. And it's because I'm pretty, because I'm trying to dress up, because I want to feel good about myself, because I'm trying to feel like I'm an actual woman. The thing is feeling like an actual woman around your coworkers who are predominantly men is probably not going to yield good, right? And then at the end of the day, you know, you got to be careful just because you don't want to be hooking up with all your coworkers, and they're going to want, there's going to be hot coworkers. Like, you know, and that's human nature. It is. And I'm not going to make you wrong. Although, you know, sleeping with your entire police department or even half of them is going to get you a fucking reputation. I also understand like human chemistry and all of that shit, human needs. So the question came in was like, okay, so can I go on an outing? How do I go on the outing? And yeah, go on the outing. But again, have the self-awareness. Do not get drunk. Do not be flirting. Have a good time. Treat them like they're your brothers. Throw in a brother. Throw in, hey, what's up, brother? Happy to see you. What's going on, bro? You know, throwing shit around like that. That is a boundary. Go back and listen to I had a podcast episode talking about how to create boundaries. Like, go back and listen to that. Like, we have to put those boundaries out there. You know, don't be touching them. I'm a touchy feely kind of girl naturally. So when you see me, you know, I might want to shake your hand. I might want to hug you. It depends the mood I'm in. Okay. I will, you know, slap like a friend's arm, like not hard, but like, hey, what's going on? You know, or like whatever. But to me, that doesn't mean anything. Well, to some people, that means like I'm like wanting to hang out, and that does not mean that I want to hang out. And so just again, you got to be self-aware. Now, I'm not making myself wrong for how I am. But I'm self-aware enough about it to know like, okay, where the right place, the right time, the right people are for me to just be me and do the thing, if that makes sense. And be who I am and do what I do. But there are times where I can tell you that there was none of that going on. You know, I wasn't hugging all my officers, my brother officers. No. Fucking, you know, it was always, you know, I wasn't doing that. So, you know, I'm not wearing cleavage. I'm not wearing a shirt that is low cut when I'm out. Jeans and a t-shirt, and nothing says you can't wear a fitted t-shirt that shows your shape. Like, what the hell, you know? That's just what I would wear. I personally never wore a dress or a skirt, but that's me. And that's my own personal preference. It was jeans and jeans. Jeans are, if it's hot, shorts, but I didn't wear like Daisy Dukes because, again, I knew my audience. So I really think it's about knowing your audience, and it's really about trying to show them like, hey, like I'm a sister of yours. Like, and not only that, like, you want to show like the police wives too, like, hey, I'm a fucking sister. I don't want to bang any one of these motherfuckers. Like, and the wives will respect you too. Like there seems to be a big point of contention between the wives and the officers. And here's what I did to battle that is I just befriended the wives. Like, fuck these guys. I'm with them all the time. Like, let's all go hang out, And, when we'd all go out to dinner as like, if it was a couple of officers or whatever, I'd get to know their wives. I'd pay attention to them and I'd talk to them. Yes, it's more difficult because I know everything that the guys are talking about. And yes, I am one of the guys. But there's a balance. And yeah, I mean, listen, here's the deal. I'm not saying it's easy for us, but one thing we are great at is we can multitask way better than any man could, right? So you can multitask and be one of the guys and get to know the wives and, establish a friendship. And it's really about, they just need to know that you don't want their fucking man. Like, and I'll tell you, when they get to know you, they become a whole lot less threatened because the stories in their head aren't, the stories in their head kind of like slow down. Okay. Remember, we all create these stories based on our past experiences. And we all know women who have been trying to get with our man, or, we've seen them be with multiple different men, or we've seen the badge bunnies. And so it could have been a female cop. And so then, yes, we get labeled by the wives like that. But if you start to really like try to build a friendship with them, that helps too. So I know it's an autumn soapbox. I know there's a lot that I said to answer this question, but I think it needs to be talked about, and I think it's important. So that is how you're going to do that. If you guys have questions, you know where to find me.